Well, some of you weren't able to make it to the kickoff meeting of our new group called Mentors and Motivation. And in this group, we're really excited to work with those of you that are excited about sponsoring and wanting to grow that part of your business. And so we are going to take 8 weeks and really focus in on how to do that part of our business. And in so doing, hopefully grow every part of our business. But I'm really looking to find a group of people that are really committed to this process. So what I'm asking is that you come to 3 meetings. So we just had our first kickoff meeting, and there were some of you that just could not make it due to circumstances. So I'm making this video to kind of go over the lesson of what we learned and explain everything to you. But hopefully if you're participating, you're going to come to the next 2 meetings. We're going to try to touch base every single Monday. So we're going to do a conference call at 9 o'clock on Monday nights, except when we have our team meeting, which is Monday, we're just going to stay after. Those of you that live out of state, I'm going to turn on the conference call so that you can kind of log in and be there with us. Another component is that I want you to set up a time, commit to an actual scheduled time each week that you will speak to either me, or if you have a designer that's participating in this group, that you would speak with them. And that's going to be a 20-minute call where you're basically going to review how the week is going, what the plan is for the next week, the weekly challenge, what you've been reading, just touching base and staying connected. It's sort of an accountability partner, and I really want to build a strong base, a strong relationship. You know, there's no prize involved in this particular group. So we're not racing to win something or outdo another person. It's just an opportunity where I and the other designers are willing to give our time to pour into you. So if this is something that you're interested in doing, I'd love for you to commit to it and give it a shot. So we're going to have the three meetings, and there's about 10 of us that are participating. Then we're going to have the weekly calls. And then your goal is going to be to get people to opportunity presentations, because that is the key to success. If we don't get the opportunity in front of people, they're not going to choose to do it. So in addition to the phone calls with your leader, the conference calls, the meetings, we're going to have a Facebook group where we can post how it's going and just support each other. And we're going to have a challenge every week that I would like you to do. So this week, one of the things that we went over was the first couple chapters of the book that we're reading, which is by Tom Barrett, and it's Dare to Dream, Work to Win. And it's an oldie, but it's a goodie. And the first chapter really kicks off with some tremendous things to help focus you on why you would want to do this. So I just want to kind of go over what I reviewed with everybody last night, and we just had such a good time. You know, being together and fellowshipping you just can't beat it. And so I would really encourage you to participate in the next couple of meetings if you decide this is something that you really want to do. Tom Barrett talks about 3 foundational principles of successful network marketing. The first one is consistent effort. And he gave a really great example, and he said, you know, you have 2 options when you want to lose weight. One option is that you exercise a little bit every day and you change the way that you eat, and you just sort of modify, but you're working on it every single day. Option 2 is you don't change anything, and on the 7th day you just eat nothing, run 2 miles or run 5 miles and exercise for 2 hours lifting weights. That's no fun. And his point was that is what we do a lot of times in direct marketing in our home-based business, because we don't have a boss having us clock in every day and putting so many hours in. So we just kind of let it go, let it go, let it go. You know, and now we're trying to scramble to get everything done. And so it's really better if we work consistently every single day. So discipline is the price of success. Success comes from doing many boring tasks every day. And a lot of times you don't see the result of it. It's kind of like cleaning and laundry. But you know, if you don't clean, you don't do laundry, it's a big mess in the end. But these are standalone events that are barely noticeable, but together they create a successful business. So what are we talking about? We're talking in our business about one more phone call. We're talking about one more email. one more text message, one more effort to contact a person, because our business is really built on relationships and contact with people. One thing I thought was really powerful that he said is you can work your business full-time. That's what I do. You can work your business part-time and have a full-time job, but you can't work your business in your spare time. And the reason is because no one has spare time. And I think that's another mistake why people aren't growing and their businesses aren't going to where they want it to be, because they want to, they're hoping it's just going to happen, but they're not putting consistent effort into seeing it happen. And so he said nobody really has spare time. We're always doing something or other. But the question is, what are you doing that you could stop doing, that you could reschedule in order to find little bits of time that you can work your business? And he calls that working it in the nooks and crannies. And so everybody has 10 minutes here. So we were talking about that last night. Say you work a full-time job. Well, one of the nooks and crannies you could find is getting up and going to work 10 minutes early and sitting in the parking lot before you walk in. You're already there. You already know you've gotten through traffic. You can relax and just take 10 minutes and send some emails, because it doesn't matter what time it is to send an email. Do the same thing on your way home. You can make phone calls on your drive home, and then if you commit to sitting in your car for 10 minutes, I do this all the time. So I'm speaking from, what works. You sit in your car and you make another phone call. You send a text message, you send an email, but you work in your car, on your phone. We have this little mini computer with us at all times, but take 10 minutes before you go into your house and you get distracted with all the things that you need to do and work your business. Well, right there are 2 10-minute times that you could find. So we definitely want to do that. We want to build our business in the nooks and crannies, try to figure out where we can make that happen. Another thing is, don't be a racehorse, be a pack horse. So sustained focus and consistent effort. Don't try to look all fancy and wonderful and be all fast out of the gate. Just consistent, hard work. Don't allow the weather, don't allow your favorite TV show or whatever to distract you from what needs to get done. The second thing that is a foundational principle is duplication. And we want to be able to be duplicated in what we're doing. And one of the things that I've done that I really want you to duplicate is how I use the video that I made. So I tell all about Premiere. It's so easy. You don't have to tell them about Premiere. You just have to get them to watch the video. So your goal really needs to be, how can I get more people in front of this video? How can I get them? Can I give them a prize? Can I just ask them? I need to talk about it more, tell more people. So we need to be getting people in front of the video. Also, give it enough time is his third foundational principles. You have to give direct sales enough time. A lot of people come in with the misconception that they're going to be immediately rich, and there is tremendous money to be made in direct sales, especially Premiere, right out of the gate. But we have to give it enough time to grow our business, because there's the power of multiplicity. And he gave this really amazing statistic. And I know you're going to laugh because it's really not reasonable, but just listen to the statistic. It's pretty amazing. If you, at your kickoff show in Premiere, sponsored somebody, and every month after that, you sponsor somebody, so that's 12 people a year, which is what I do. That's totally doable. 12 people a year. Well, if each one of those people also did that, in 1 year's time, you'd have over 4,000 people on your team. Okay, so what if half of them did that? That's amazing. We need to find a way to duplicate ourselves, and one of the ways that I'm doing that is that video that you can then share. You don't even have to have the right words to say. I will give you the words. Your goal is to get people to watch that video. That's it. To just allow them to be referral centers. Ask them to get to know what it is that you do so that they will have that knowledge so they can share it with their friends. Encourage them to watch it so that they can share it. If they don't know what you do, they're never going to tell anybody about it. This will drastically help your business. Now, one other thing I want to really encourage you, and we're going to talk about this more at the next meeting, is your hostesses. So please, 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 Require, encourage, entice, bribe your hostesses to watch that video and have them fill a paper out, because that's the majority of the people that I sponsor. They're already loving the jewelry. They already like the home show plan. Now they just have to see themselves, envision themselves doing this business. So that would be a really, really smart place for you to focus. If I told you to just do one thing, it would be that. Now, he talks about 4 steps to success. The first one is to determine what you want. And so we need to be absolutely clear about what you want out of your business before you start to work your business. Goals keep us on track. So what we're going to do is the assignment for this month and going forward, because 21 days builds a habit, we're going to do this every single day. And I have a piece of paper that I will email you, and it has your 3 goals for each day. Now, there is a famous Harvard study that says that 3% of Americans write down their goals. Do you? 97% don't. The 3% who write them down make more money combined than the 97% combined that don't. So do you want to be part of the 3% or the 97%? Because the 3% are who are paying the 97%. So they're the bosses. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to write down our goals every single day. And I would encourage you to not only write down 3 premier goals, but write down 3 personal goals that you want to accomplish. And then we're going to keep it all on one paper so you can see what your goals have been over the month and what did you accomplish. Did you get them done? We're also going to list 3 places in our lives that we can grab 10 minutes, so the nooks and crannies. So, for instance, I said I could grab 10 minutes between my twins getting on the bus and my little one getting on the bus, because she gets ready all on her own. So to sit down and grab 10 minutes and send some emails, some text messages, starting my day before my day actually starts. And then the same thing, really focused effort that last 10 minutes before my kids blow through the door, to really, really focus on what I can get done and phone calls that I can make during that period. So it might be giving up a TV show or something like that, but we want to find 10 minutes that we can really, get this work done. All right, then on the back, it asks you to dream, because that goes with our goals. And we really need to know what our dreams are, what our goals are for the end of the year. Like, do you want to be a rookie? Do you want to be a builder? Do you want to be a designer by the end of the year? How do we make that happen? What about the end of next year? Where do you want to be with your business? How many shows a month do you want to be doing? What kind of money do you want to be making? How many people do you want on your team? And then 5 years from now, dream big. You want to dream big and then come back, focus on the nearest dream, accomplish that, and then move to the next one and to the next one. But we also need that long-range goal. And that might be something that you want to accomplish. You want to be debt-free. Well, how many shows do you have to do, and how much time is that going to take for you to be debt-free? Whatever your goals are, we need to know why we're working to keep us motivated. In other words, we're not going to be motivated in a self-motivated business, you see? So goals and dreams are very, very important in our business. So that was the first step of success, was to determine what you want, to be absolutely clear about what you want out of your business before you start to work your business, and goals keep us on track. So we're going to dream, and then we're going to have goals. Number 2, decide what you are willing to give up or reschedule to get what you want. And so this is where sacrifice comes in. I know when we get home from work, we're tired. I know when after a day with the kids, we're tired. But maybe we need to take nap time and make some phone calls. Maybe we need to, it's all about what you want to accomplish and what you're willing to do to get there, because it's a numbers game. You have to talk to so many people to book so many shows. You have to talk to so many people to sponsor people. Everything is about relationships, and it's fun. This is a fun job. It's fulfilling, it's encouraging, it's exciting, but it does take time. It doesn't just magically happen. Number 3 is associate with people that will help you get what you want. And that's what this group is all about. We want to associate with you. We want to help you. But you know what? Only you can choose to do the things that we're advising you to do. Only you can choose to find the time to make the phone call to us every week. Bring your prospects to us so that we can help them to overcome their objections. If you don't commit and put in the time, we can't help you. I'll tell you the 3 things that I think make a successful jewelry lady. Number 1 is a teachable spirit. So ask yourself, do you have a teachable spirit? When I give you advice or someone else gives you advice, do you immediately defend why you did it the other way? Or do you just stop and say, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a teachable spirit. If you're always defending the way you did it that didn't work, you don't have a teachable spirit. So you need a teachable spirit. Number 2, you need commitment. There is a reason that we need you to come to training. And I loved the line, and I'm not going to quote it exact, but that Tom Barrett said, he said, it's you never, ever don't have enough time. When someone says I don't have enough time, they're not stating a fact. They're just stating a priority. And you are not a priority. So whatever we say we don't have time to do is not a priority. It becomes a priority when there's nothing else but that to deal with. And a lot of us have a lot of balls in the air. And if Premier is not a priority for you, this group is not for you. If Premier is one of your priorities and you really want to see it grow and you really want to see it blossom, this is the place for you. Because if you're committed, I am very committed to you. I will help you, guide you, talk to you, give you my time, my attention, my energy. I want to see you succeed as much as you want to see you succeed. I get great pleasure in that, and so do the other leaders. So if you want that, this is the place for you. You need to associate with people that are doing a good job, that are doing something that you want to do. If you hang out with negative people, you're going to become negative. If you hang out with positive people, you're going to be positive, and you know that's true. So come to this group and engage with these people that are also trying to improve their business. It's just a really fun place to be. And the final thing, the 4 steps to success, is to have a plan that works and then work your plan. So I have created a little plan for you, and will continue to work with you on creating your specific plan. But if you create that plan and then you just write it down and put it in a book and close the door of the book, the lid of the book, and you never work the plan, guess what? The plan is never going to come to be. So if you have a plan for a new home, or you have a plan to be credit card debt free, or you have a plan that you want a cash only Christmas, or you have a plan that you want to be a designer, or you have a plan that you want 6 home shows every month, or whatever your plan is, we have to put in place what's going to get you there, and then you're going to have to do the work to do it. And once you do, it's going to be so fulfilling. So I hope that this kind of motivates you to get started and you get locked in and get connected, because we really do want to see you grow and be successful. And I think there are really easy things. Some of the things we talked about were what I actually use for my sponsoring activity. I use the Love It bag, but being very specific in what I say, really encouraging everybody to watch that video, giving them a clip it if they watch that video, following up with them, how to overcome objections. These were all things that in 2 hours we talked about, that I can't go in and rehash everything, but I wanted you at least to see a little bit about the book and the things that we're doing and the homework. Your homework is to write down your dreams and overall goals of what you want out of working Premier. Write your goals down every day, Saturdays and Sundays. Make your weekly calls and read chapters 1 through 5 of Dare to Dream over the next month, and we'll be talking about it as we have our phone calls. And then work the weekly challenges. So this week there's no specific challenge, just kind of getting the book and getting the goals going and things like that, and then we're going to start in on challenges. And I can't wait. I'm super excited. I think God is really a part of this and excited about it. And I love all of you that are trying to participate. And I hope you really engage and you commit and you really put forth into this what you want out of it. Because the more you put in, the more you're going to get out. So I'm excited for you. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure you connect with me to let me know if this is something you're going to do and that you've got that weekly time slot with me or with your designer. So, good luck.